Good day, everyone. My name is Ikechukwu Emanuela from Maduka University in the department Nursing Science, and I'm here to talk about the book The Leader Who Had No Title and the book As a Man Thinketh. The book As a Man Thinketh by James Shalman just talks about the mind. It talks about the thought. It talks about our mind itself, the way we think, the way we assume our thoughts. Just as even the name illustrates, as a man thinketh, whatever we think, that's what will happen. Our mind controls everything. Our mind is like the powerhouse. It's like our what is controlling us. Our mind is the strongest part of our body. Because by our mind alone controls our activity, controls the way we behave, controls our character, controls everything about us. So when we start letting bad thoughts into our head, it will start to affect us mentally, even our health. If we start imagine that I don't know, maybe I'm having ulcer, maybe I'm having this one, I think malaria is coming. If we start putting it okay, in our head, we might actually have that sickness. What we just have to think positive. Even if we are suffering from one illness or the other, even research have been made during that coronavirus period. There were a group of people that had coronavirus. They gave them a vaccine and told them that will help them to cure the coronavirus. Some believed that will help them cure it. And and those people that believed were actually cured, and those parts that did not believe that the virus wouldn't go or anything, doesn't have a cure, those were still suffering from it. So I think the way we program our mind, the way we talk to ourselves, the way we think affects everything about us. Most people like being negative. No, it's not their fault. It's just the way they see things. No, they have to learn to change that. Have to change that mentality. You just can't use one mentality over and over and over. You have to learn to change. You have to learn to think positive. Because by thinking positive, we make ourselves happy. We bring joy around us. We bring joy to ourselves and those around us. By thinking positive, we always have that. We have that peaceful mind, that peaceful heart. There will always be that inner peace that people don't have. Our thoughts also, in order to strengthen our mind and our heart, strengthen our mind, we need to learn to meditate. Meditation is very important. The best time, even Alan talked about it, the best time to meditate is early in the morning when you wake up from sleep. Just sit for a while, think, think of the way you want your day to go. Think of everything, just sit and meditate for a while, just think. Just by that meditation alone, you strengthen your mind, you give yourself that strength. Meditation is just like giving yourself a head start, just like preparing yourself. Meditation is just like the way you want everything to go. It's just like a plan. It's just the way you want that day. If you want that day to go well, if you want to succeed in life, you have to learn to meditate. So all this book is trying to talk about it's talking about the mind. The mind is very powerful. The mind is very powerful. The mind affects us, even our spiritual life. The mind affects it. Sometimes some people tend to lack faith, and one of the reasons for lack of faith is what we put in our head, is what we tell ourselves. That's what brings about lack of faith. When we begin to have faith, begin to have trust in ourselves and in our spiritual and in God, life will begin to work better for us. Because having faith is just like having trust, having that inner mindset. It's just a faith. Faith is a mindset actually. Everything is a mind. The mind is power. Mind alone is power. Your mind alone can control many things. Your mind can lead you to far places you never think you can go. The book From Poverty to Power is also a book written by James Allen. This book isn't so different from As a Man Thinketh. It shows that this From Poverty to Power talks about your character, talks about the way you behave. Your behavior too matters. Discipline is very useful. You have to be disciplined in order to be successful. But you also have to work on your mindset. You have to work on being positive. You have to work on your character. Work on the way you approach people. Work on the way you behave. Because first impression matters. There's nothing anybody will tell you. The way you approach me today will determine the way I will see you forever. First impression is very important. So this book talks about how you are to behave. You should learn to show positive behavior, learn to approach people positive, learn to have a good mindset, have a good character, learn to behave, learn to have positive mindset. This book talks about love. We must also learn to show love to those around us, learn to show love even to those that hate us. We need to learn to show love to everybody, learn to love everybody. So it talks about self and it talks about trust. You have to learn, you must, not like you must put all your trust on somebody, but you must try and have faith. Have trust. Have trust. Have faith in something. You must try and have faith in something. If you can't trust on anybody, trust on one. Just you can trust on God. You must learn to have trust. Because trust is very important. In order to be successful, you must learn to think successful. Must learn to think success. Learn to think of what you want to achieve, of your goal. Because you can't be successful without telling yourself that you can't be poor again. If you know you won't be poor, you have to work toward it. You can't just sit around and say, "Oh, I'll be rich, I'll be rich, I'll be rich." Your action too shows. You must work towards it. You must show something, do something. But at least put an effort in doing something. And if we are doing anything, we should try to maintain. We have to clear our mind. Meditate on what you want. You've learned to meditate. You must also learn to have a vision. And whenever we have a vision, we should try in working toward it. Try in working to achieve our vision, achieve our goal. And also, we can't have a vision without a purpose. You must have a purpose for that vision, a purpose, a reason for us choosing to have that vision. There must be a purpose. And whenever we have a purpose, our vision can easily be met. In conclusion, this book is just trying to say we should have a good mindset, not only mindset, but we should learn to work toward it. Our action should also show. And discipline is very important. We must be disciplined in order to achieve our goals. And we must have a very good character. We can't be selfish and be talking about success. If we want to be successful, we have to think about others. We have to consider others. We have to consider the reason why we want to be successful. We should also learn to be disciplined. We should also learn to meditate and be independent. Whatever we do, we should not always depend on others. We should learn to focus on what we want and how we can get it. Good day, everyone. My name is Ikechukwu Emanuela from Maduka University in the department Nursing Science.